All right, let's just get right into it. The cold shower. You've seen it everywhere, right? Athletes, biohackers, CEOs, they all seem to be swearing by the power of a freezing cold blast of water. But is this just another wellness trend that's all pain and no gain? Or is there actually some solid science behind the shock? Well, we're going to break it all down and figure out what's real and what's just hype.
First things first, let's be real about what this feels like. It is not fun at all. The moment that cold water hits, your body just freaks out. It goes straight into survival mode. This quote from the BBC really nails it. It's an intense, panicky, physiological shock. Which brings us to the million-dollar question. Why on earth would anyone willingly put themselves through this every single day?
Well, it turns out that behind that initial awful shock, there are some absolutely massive promises. The hype around cold showers is no joke. People claim this one simple and, okay, pretty uncomfortable habit can basically change your entire life.
And here's just a taste of that hype. We're talking about everything from boosting your mood and focus to bulletproofing your immune system, speeding up muscle recovery, and even turning your body into a fat-burning furnace. The list goes on and on. So, the big question for us is, do any of these incredible claims actually hold water?
Okay, let's start with what might be the strongest evidence of all, what happens inside your brain. Because when it comes to the mental benefits, this is where the science gets really interesting. To really get it, we need to talk about this one chemical, norepinephrine. Think of it as a shot of espresso for your brain. When that cold water hits you, your brain thinks, whoa, something's happening, and it releases this stuff to make you super alert, focused, and ready for action. It's a huge player in regulating your mood, and low levels are often linked with things like depression. So you can see why this is a big deal in the cold shower debate.
And this is where it gets absolutely wild. One study found that immersing yourself in cool water, we're talking 57 degrees Fahrenheit, can jack up your norepinephrine levels by a staggering 530%. Even just a quick cold blast can spike it by 200 or 300%. That is a massive chemical shift in your brain from one simple, if chilly, action.
And then there's the psychological side of it, which this slide captures perfectly. Every single day you stand in front of that shower knob and you have to make a choice. Stay comfortable or lean into the discomfort. Forcing yourself to do that one hard thing, day after day, is like a workout for your willpower. You're literally training the mental muscle of resilience.
All right, so the case for the mental and brain benefits is looking pretty strong. But what about the rest of your body? Let's switch gears and look at the purely physical claims.
Now, this is one of the most popular claims out there. The idea that freezing yourself can actually help you get sick less often. It sounds kind of backward, doesn't it? So, what's the science actually say?
Well, the jury's kind of still out on this one. It's promising, but it's mixed. On the one hand, some studies do show that cold exposure can increase your number of virus-fighting white blood cells, and you hear stories all the time from winter swimmers who swear they get sick way less. But on the other hand, a lot of scientists say the evidence just isn't solid enough yet. So the verdict? Promising, for sure, but we can't call it a slam dunk. And what about all the athletes taking ice baths? They're supposed to help with muscle recovery, and yet they definitely can reduce that post-workout soreness and inflammation. But, and this is a big but, there's a catch. That inflammation is actually a signal your body uses to build bigger, stronger muscles. Some studies have now shown that ice baths right after a workout can actually slow down your long-term muscle growth. So it's a trade-off. Feel better now, but potentially sacrifice some gains later.
Okay, let's talk about the one claim that gets everyone excited. The idea that a cold shower can help you lose weight. This whole concept hinges on a really cool, special type of fat in our bodies. So it turns out we have two main kinds of fat. There's white fat, which is the stuff that stores energy, the stuff we usually want less of. But then there's brown fat. Think of brown fat as the good fat. Its whole job is to burn calories to generate heat and keep you warm. So the theory goes, hit your body with cold, you activate the brown fat, and you turn yourself into a calorie-burning machine.
I mean, it sounds incredible, doesn't it? Just stand under some cold water and melt away fat? That would be an absolute game changer. But is it really that simple? Is it too good to be true?
Yeah, unfortunately, the short answer is no. While cold exposure does rev up your metabolism, the secret ingredient is duration. The studies that saw major calorie burn had people sitting in cold water for hours at a time, not for the 2 or 3 minutes here in the shower. For most of us, a daily cold shower just isn't long enough to make any real dent in fat loss. But here's a funny and totally unexpected benefit that popped up. This one for your skin.
According to dermatologist Dr. Dre, the best thing a cold shower does for your skin isn't the cold itself, it's the fact that you're so miserable you get out way faster. Long, hot showers can strip your skin of its natural oils, so a quick, cold, and miserable shower is actually much better for you. Who knew?
So, after digging through the science on our brains, our immune systems, and our body fat, where does that leave us? Let's bring it all home and ask the big question. Is this daily dose of discomfort actually worth it?
Okay, let's break it down takeaway style. The evidence is definitely strongest for the mental benefits. It's a pretty sure bet for boosting your mood, alertness, and building that mental toughness. For the physical stuff, like immunity and muscle recovery, the evidence is mixed, a solid maybe. As for fat loss, the evidence is weak, probably not going to happen. And please, be cautious. If you have any kind of heart condition or other health issues, this could be risky, so talk to your doctor first.
And you know, that brings us to what might be the most powerful takeaway of all. Maybe we've been looking for the benefits in the wrong place. Maybe the real magic isn't something you can measure in a lab, like a 530% increase in some neurotransmitter. Perhaps the real benefit is in the simple, daily choice to do something hard. Be active training your mind not to back down from a challenge. And that's the kind of strength that no scientific study can ever truly capture.